Okay, let's jump into this deep dive. Today, we're looking into an online store called Finessven.com. We've got the source material, and the goal is pretty straightforward.
Go.
Figure out if this site is legit, if it's safe to shop there.
Exactly. And for you listening, think of this as a quick crash course. How do you spot the big warning signs on a new shopping site you've never seen before? What tells you to maybe pause?
And the first thing that really hit us was the pricing. It's kind of wild, actually. Like, there's this men's casual shirt listed for $32.99 on Finessven, but the sources found the exact same shirt on Temu for just $15.
Yeah, that's a huge markup. Over double the price. Now, that big a difference doesn't automatically mean scam, not necessarily, but it really points towards a drop shipping setup.
Ah, okay, so they don't actually have the shirts themselves.
Probably not. They likely just list it, you pay them the $33, and then they turn around and buy it from the $15 supplier and ship it to you. You're basically paying a big premium for them to be a middleman. Plus, you might face, long shipping delays or iffy quality control.
Right, you lose control. Okay, so if they're making that kind of money on the markup, where else might things be? Well, less than ideal. Let's talk payments, because our sources highlighted something pretty key here. Finessven only takes credit cards, just direct credit cards.
And that is a major red flag. It really
No.
is. Think about it. No PayPal, no Venmo, no Apple Pay, nothing like that. Those services act like a shield between you and the seller. They offer protection, dispute resolution
So without them, you're just handing your card details straight over.
directly onto their potentially unknown, unverified system. That increases your risk quite a bit. Think fraud, maybe unexpected charges down the line. It's just riskier.
And that risk feels even bigger when you consider where this company might be based. Sources suggest China.
Correct. Which adds another layer, mostly around data security and what happens if something goes wrong? If you're in the US or Europe, getting your money back or sorting out a data issue with a company operating solely out of China can be, well, really difficult, very high friction.
Okay, so we've got kind of suspicious pricing, risky payment methods. What about the company itself? Is it established? Does it have any track record?
No, not at all. Finessman is basically brand new. The domain registration data, it says May 19th, 2025. That's extremely recent.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so almost no time to build any kind of reputation or prove they're reliable.
Exactly. Which raises the question, if you're legit, wouldn't you try hard to build trust early on?
Well, hang on. Couldn't they just be a genuine startup? New doesn't automatically mean bad, does it?
No, you're right. Newness itself isn't the smoking gun. But if you are new, you really need to compensate. You need to look extra professional, extra buttoned up to build that trust. And that's where the website design comes in. The sources mentioned it looks, well, kind of messy.
Messy how?
Things like a cluttered layout, some buttons seem too big or maybe even missing, alignment issues. It just has an amateur feel, like it was put together quickly, maybe from a template without much care.
Yeah, I saw that note about the prices too, how lots of different items seem to have the exact same price, like $32.99, $32.99 again. That feels sloppy.
It does. It suggests minimal effort on the back end, maybe poor quality control on just setting the site up. And often that lack of polish you see on the surface, it can reflect, how the whole operation runs customer service, shipping, everything. The reliability just might not be there.
Okay, let's pull this all together then. We've looked at Finessven based on the sources, and what we see is
Mhm.
prices that seem way too high, likely drop shipping, payment options limited to direct credit card, which is risky. The site is incredibly new, registered just months ago, possibly based overseas with tricky recourse, and a website design that feels unprofessional.
It's quite a list. It's a cluster of warning signs, really. Now, we can't definitively say scam based only on this, but it's a profile that screams high risk. Any online shopper needs to recognize these signs.
So the choice is yours, obviously, but proceed with extreme caution seems to be the message.
Absolutely. Vet the vendor carefully, especially before handing over payment details to a site you don't know.
Right, so final thought for everyone listening. Forget price and payment for a second. When you land on a brand new online store you've never heard of, what's the one non-transactional thing, maybe site design, maybe the About Us page, maybe how old it is?
Yeah.
What's the one thing that gives you either instant confidence or makes you immediately hesitate? Think about what that gut check factor is for you next time you're browsing somewhere new.